Wendell Staten right here with Coach Abigail King. Coach, we're about 2/3 of the way through the season, headed into that home stretch. I think we have one non-conference game left, but the rest is conference. So talk about the team, talk about where we are, talk about where we're playing, all that good stuff. What do you got?
Yeah, so we've got about six conference matches left.
Yep.
One non-conference matchup, 3 weeks left in the regular season, and then we move on to conference play. I like where we're at. We're battling through some injuries and, that kind of 2/3 of the way through the season exhaustion a little bit.
That's right.
So we're trying to figure out how to get good reps in while also maintaining and not kind of wearing down. But I'm liking where we're at. We've made a lot of progress this year so far, and I think the girls are really excited to go into playing these last 3 weekends. They're weekends that they've kind of been looking forward to and are really eager to go and compete against some of these teams. Have Lander again, who we were able to pull one off at home against, so hopefully we can get another couple more. Aiken, we want some redemption there, so we're excited about that weekend being senior weekend. And then Middle Georgia trying to pull off those last two. We got them the first time here.
So. Yeah, so let's talk about that. So in the way our schedule is set up, they're back to they're Friday and Saturday. You play the same team at the same location. Talk about that just in general. How is that? Because that's very odd. Most sports don't do that. Just our travel partners, it happens to work out that way.
Right, yep. With us playing every 3 times, we tend to do a weekend where we'll play 2 different teams, and then we have that weekend where we'll play the same team twice. It's definitely a challenge because if you have a kid that's injured, that's somebody that really helps you, or different things like that, then they're not going to see you at a different space and time. They're going to play against that same team again. So it's definitely one of those where there's not a lot of time to make those adjustments. And pretty much what you see the night before is probably what you're going to see the day after. That's
the main thing I wanted to ask. Because you're not, like in baseball, you might be throwing a different pitcher that pitches totally different. As a general rule of thumb, everything's running about the same?
Pretty much, we don't, I guess, if you talk baseball, they can plan for who their starting pitchers are and kind of get a feel of, who's going to be playing which game. And for us, it's kind of the same kids. So the game plan doesn't necessarily change that much unless, the night before we felt like they did something really well against us that we, didn't really plan for, weren't expecting. So we kind of make those nighttime, daytime adjustments to try and counteract that and try and help it. But generally, there's not a lot of changes that happen between Friday and Saturday. So
let's talk about this stretch of the season in any sport. The hay's in the barn, like I like to say, right? You're from the Midwest. You should understand what that means. Okay, all right. And farming country, right? You've done all the reps, you've got all the talent, the lineup set, but the doldrums of the routine, right? So how do you keep things fresh, just for you, and every coach does it differently. How do you keep things fresh this time of the year?
Well, I think it's inserting a little bit of fun into there, as well as, competing as well, because there's a balance between trying to rest bodies as much as we possibly can, but still making them feel like they're getting the most out of every time they're in the facility. So there's definitely a balance there. I'm making sure we're not overworking them, but they can still feel like they gave 100% in what they did that day. So they're really looking forward to our Halloween practice tomorrow. We do that every year. So they're going to be dressed up in their costumes. They coordinate. They've been talking about it for like months. So that'll bring some fun in there and probably a good bit of energy. But it's really just about trying to intermix, the stuff we really need to work on and get better at. And then putting those little pieces of fun and energy in there to just kind of keep them going and want to stay locked in. So.
I believe Halloween is Friday night, I think.
We play
Lander. Are both teams wearing masks or anything?
I don't think so.
We did that one year at the Conference Cross Country Championships in 1992. We actually did it. All the teams wore masks and then they started running. So anyway,
I don't think so.
I remember that.
But I can guarantee you that Lander's gym is probably going to be packed out with kids in costumes. I can guarantee you that much.
Halloween fun night. So, but anyway, good. So again, kind of heading down the home stretch, all conference other than one. So a little more rest during the week. Typically, you can take a little bit more time off, keep the legs fresh and all that. So, looking forward to some great things for Coach Abigail King, Wendell Staten. Go Bobcats!